If you have one lady or two ladies that you've been in correspondence and you go just to meet her, invite her to other country. Trust me, the girls will be more than happy right now to escape from this situation.
Jonathan says, I'm in correspondence with a girl in Canada. Is it possible to Skype with a girl in Canada? Jonathan, it is possible and should be possible to Skype with virtually anyone on our site. And I, as one, highly recommend doing that as opposed to a lot of correspondence, because when you Skype, you can see more about what she's all about. She gets to see more about what you're all about. And you don't have this correspondence thing to hide behind, right? And, and again, we're going to talk about correspondence in just a little bit, but with the correspondence too, it goes through matchmakers, it goes through third parties, and they get assistance and they get help. And so there's going to be three of you basically involved in that. And even on a Skype call, there's going to be a third person on there, but at least on the Skype call, you can see her more. And even if she's getting assistance with language translations and things like that, you have a better idea of what she's really saying and what's going on, as opposed to just correspondence. So I am a huge fan of trying to do a Skype call. The sooner the better, actually, before you do a lot of correspondence. Now, some women might want to do 1 or 2 letters before they agree to a 30-minute Skype call with someone, because if there's no chemistry or there's, they don't feel anything, haven't seen your photo, they may not want to just, commit to that. But once they know a little bit about you and they're open to it, then that's great. And so if you've been corresponding, Jeremy, with this person, then I would absolutely do it. Ed saying, can you comment on us guys meeting women with recent AFA profiles who are in the U.S.? Lots of great profiles. If I'm traveling to New York next month, or if I'm traveling to New York City next month for biz, can AFA set up individual dates for me in New York City? Yeah. If the woman is in New York, and some of these women are coming from the Ukraine, they're settling here in the U.S., and they are still available and willing to meet. So yes, you can do that. You need to contact our office. It's pretty much like a regular one-on-one introduction where we'll help set it up. We still have to do IMBRA. We still have to do all that, but we can certainly do it. So it's not a problem. But again, I wouldn't recommend writing forever if you're going to do that. Maybe a letter or two, just let her know who you are and that you'd like to meet. And if she's open to it, then meet. And again, before you drive halfway across the country, maybe do a Skype call first to make sure the two of you are compatible, that there's something there that's worth driving for and actually meeting. I hate to see you drive halfway across the country, meet for 20 minutes, and then, okay, that was nice, and then she's gone. Okay, that's not a great date. So we want to make sure that there's something there before you go, okay, and do all that. And Malibu says, do you recommend an individual trip to Kiev, Odessa, or a city in Europe, Paris, or Poland to meet Ukrainian women on the AFA website?
I would recommend you to go to Paris or Poland. For right now, you can come if you're not afraid to Kiev or Odessa, but I would recommend you to meet lady, especially if you have one lady or two ladies that you've been in correspondence and you go just to meet her. Invite her to other country, and trust me, the girls will be more than happy right now to escape from this situation. At least to get some sleep, because like air alerts and nights and everything, we don't have enough sleep there.
Yeah, I agree. The difference, I think, between going to Paris or Poland as opposed to going to Kiev, Odessa, is that if you go to Paris or Poland, you're going to meet fewer women, like 1 or 2 or 3 women, because we don't have the same density of profiles as we do in Kiev or we do in Odessa. So if you just pop into Odessa, you're going to be able to do 3 dates a day, probably. You're not going to be able to do that in Poland or Paris, because the women that have come from Ukraine to Poland or to France are spread out all over the country, right? Not just in one little area like what we're dealing with over here. So it's a little bit of a different logistical dynamic, so you have to understand that. But I think everything that you said is absolutely true, and I would probably recommend going to where the women
Poland,
feel safer.
maybe Germany, and if you If you're not corresponding with a lady, and you're just planning to go there and meet some ladies, you can talk about that prior to our managers. They can make you some schedule around the cities. Like I had a client, he'd been in Germany for 2 weeks, and he actually dated 2 girls in one city. Then he moved on a train, and he said it was comfortable for him, like 1 hour, 2 hour train ride between the different cities, and he met about like 10 ladies during the week.
Are you tired of the same old dating sites? Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Check out our website at
KievPersonals.com.